Alright, good morning everyone. It's just about 8:30 a.m. on Sunday, and this is the day following my marathon. And honestly, I'm feeling pretty good. My legs are still very, very sore, but my body feels well rested, which is good. Last night I got a solid 8.5 hours of sleep, so right now I'm feeling really good. And today, since it's Sunday, will be of course my last run of the week. And with my run today, I'll get 62.5 miles for the week. So I figured this would be the perfect time to do a 100-mile review of the New Balance 1080 V13 because I've gotten 100 miles on them since I got them last Tuesday. And then also I would like to do show how worn out they are, what they're best for, who they're best for, all that fun stuff, because I find this to be one of the more interesting shoes that I've run in, and it's definitely one of my favorites. So it doubles 100-kilometer week in them, and then a 100-mile review of the shoes. So yeah, I'm interested to try them out, and they've definitely been good to me. So we'll see how their durability holds up though in the long term. So we'll talk after my run right now, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright, hi there everyone. So I just finished up my run. It was a 3-mile run at my run club that I created. So we just got a quick 3-mile run in, we do every Sunday. And that brings me up to 62.7 miles on the week. So just a little bit over 100K this week. And I actually ran every single mile this week in these shoes. And along with running the 100K this week in these shoes, I passed a total of 100 miles on them. So in total, I have 104 miles on them since I got them last Tuesday. So I figured this is the perfect opportunity to talk about the New Balance 1080 V13. So let's get into it. So first of all, why did I buy this shoe? So like I discussed in some of my previous videos, I used to have some trouble deciding. I haven't found a perfect shoe for me yet. I would say the Super Blast that I got last summer were pretty close to the perfect shoe for me. But even then, those are $200 trainers, and a lot of us don't want to be spending so much money on daily training shoes. So I went to my local running store, Princeton Running Company, and I decided, you know what, let me get a foot evaluation, see what shoe they recommend for me. So one of the many recommendations actually ended up being the New Balance 1080 V13. And I figured I needed a daily trainer that could just grind through my summer training miles. In summer training, I'm hitting 50, 60, 70 miles a week, and I wanted a shoe that can handle all that mileage and keep my legs fresh. So this is actually the first max cushion daily trainer I've had in a while. This is a pretty high stack height, a solid 6mm drop right where I want it. So I decided to go with these. The foam is super duper soft. You guys can see right over there. It is very soft when I push it in, very, very soft. So this is a super duper soft shoe. It's meant to be a soft shoe. So I got these knowing I would put every single basically non-workout mile on these, even long runs I wanted to be able to use them. They were supposed to be for everything. So first run in these was last Tuesday. It was a 5-mile run, and I was so happy with how they felt. They felt so soft underfoot. I could feel the foam compressing and squishing down, which I hadn't felt in a while. And I really liked that. And I was surprised that I actually did like that, because coming from my previous background in running, I wasn't a huge fan of max cushion shoes. I preferred something with a little bit more ground feel. But I actually appreciate max cushion shoes a lot more now, because I feel like it's the one tool in my training that can allow me to run more miles. And let me explain my thoughts behind that. So other than strength training, of course, which is very important, I wouldn't even say super shoes really count. Max cushion shoes just help my legs recover faster. And I was finding that if I did a 10-mile run one day, I could go for another 10 miles this next day, like I have done in these shoes, and my legs feel fresh. They feel really good. And this just super squishy Fresh Foam X, it just really, really helps my legs. I can recover faster after long runs. I can just put in those daily training miles. just something that chugs through these daily miles. Really, really helpful. So I feel like max cushion shoes really do permit me to run more miles. And that's what my goal is, just continuously just keep putting in more miles. So based on that, what I've been using them for, like I said, this is a daily trainer for me. I use it for my daily 5 mile, 10 mile aerobic runs, everything. I've done long runs in them. I've done 2 long runs in them. One 17 miler and one marathon, 26.2 mile long run, yes, which I did yesterday. And they held out great for both of those runs. Yeah, after both those runs, my legs feel good the next day, albeit a little bit sore after the marathon, but you know, of course, these aren't magic shoes. They can't completely prevent any soreness. So these have been really good for the long run. I really appreciate the squishiness. And I'm not trying to go fast on these long runs, but I feel like if I needed to pick up the pace slightly, I could do so in these. And by pick up the pace, I mean just around sub-marathon pace, I could get away with running in these. And, you know, these are intended to be a slow recovery shoe, but I really like them for that daily training. I really do. And that's what I've been using them for so far. And would I use them for any faster workouts? Probably not, just because of how soft they are. But like I said, if you're getting these, you would want to have one other shoe in your rotation. In my case, it's the Vaporfly 3s. But whether it's something like the Hoka Mach 6, New Balance SC Elite, you just want a different shoe in your rotation which can handle the faster paces. And my review of the outsole, so we got the outsole right over here. The outsole is really good on these. It's a blown rubber compound actually, and the coverage is pretty good. And you can see that I am having some wear in my outside heel. And I am a heel striker, so this is to be expected. And after 105 miles, I would say it's not great, but it's nothing unusual. Like, I've had this before. And up here in the toe area, it's still pretty, it's getting a little bit worn. You can see it flattening out a little bit. But once again, after 100 miles, what would you expect? And it's more so on my left shoe, actually. So let's pull up my left shoe. Right over here, you can see I'm getting a little bit of wear. Some wear on the foam, just a little bit up there. But it's mostly on the blown rubber compound. But rubber coverage overall, I would say good by New Balance, because I don't like it when shoe companies go cheap out on the rubber coverage just to save weight, because then what? The shoe ends up lasting 300 miles and no one's happy. So yeah. And moving on to the midsole, this is a Fresh Foam X compound right over here. And I love this midsole. It is so soft. By far the softest running shoes that I've ever run in. Like I said, I can run more miles. My legs feel good. And the squish is fun. It's like a fun shoe to run in. I really do enjoy it. So midsole is overall great. You can see I am experiencing some creasing on the midsole, but it doesn't feel any less bouncy or any less soft than when I originally got it. And yeah, I'm experiencing a little bit of wear on this outside, but you know, that's just how my feet land, so nothing against the shoe. And then the upper, this is like a knit upper, and it's really nice and stretchy actually. I don't know if you guys can see. It stretches really well. I gotta say, when I first got the shoe, it was a little bit warm. Like, the upper felt a little bit warm, especially in the summer. But now that I'm used to it, it's not an issue. Like, I don't feel it anymore. But the first couple runs, I did feel my feet sweating a little bit. Moving on to the tongue, it has a really nice plush tongue. You can see it says Fresh Foam 1080 right in there. But the tongue is nice and plush. I really appreciate that, because, like, on racing shoes, sure, you can put in a thin tongue just to save some weight. But on daily trainers, you want something that can really, you know, help with the laces digging into your feet, which no one likes. I did runner's lace these, I did the runner's heel lock. I do that on all my running shoes, to be honest. So it just has no heel slip on these, which is big for me, because I really don't like it when my heel slips, because I have to curl my toes. And I find that kind of hurts my plantar on the bottom of my foot, but no heel slip in these. And based on that, moving on to the heel collar, it has a nice, really plush heel tab. The heel collar is nice and structured. You can see these little bits of plastic on the sides. So nice structured heel collar, no heel slip at all, which is great. And just this whole entire back is super plush. Like, on the inside, it's super plush in there. I really do like that. And yeah, so the laces are also a good, perfect length basically for me. And I like it because like when laces are too short, like I tried out the Nike Invincible 3. The laces were just too short for me. I couldn't even heel lock them. That's a big issue. So when they put the correct length laces, that's really important. So yeah, that's what I would say so far about these shoes after 100 miles. They're holding out great. And who I would recommend them for, if you just want a daily trainer, solid, that can handle everything that you throw at it. Not as versatile as something like the Pegasus, but I think if you're buying this, you don't want a Pegasus. You want 2 shoes in your rotation. You want a speed trainer and you want this, like I currently have. So I would say just for the daily trainer, for someone that's just chugging through miles in the summer or in the fall for marathon training, this is what you want to get for your easy and everyday runs, and especially recovery too. And then one more thing that I would like to mention, when I'm running my gates, sometimes my feet will end up rubbing together, and you can see on the heel collar there is some wear happening right over there. So usually that I don't experience that in that many shoes, but that is important to know after 100 miles. And durability predictions for the 1080 V13. I'm hoping I can get it to 400 miles. I just enjoy running in this shoe too much not to. I'm going on vacation soon, and I will be bringing these, no doubt about it. This will be the one shoe that I bring. I'm confident that I won't get bored of it. And that's another thing. Like, I don't like getting bored of a shoe. I should be happy to lace it up every day. I don't necessarily have to be excited, like, oh, I'm going to fly in the shoe today. I just have to be happy, like, oh, this is a good shoe for me to run in today. And I've never had a boring day with these shoes. And I think they've really permit me to run more mileage and just keep my legs feeling good over the summer. And even yesterday after the long run, I felt really good. 26.2 miles in these things, and they are really good. So overall, New Balance 1080 V13 by far, I would say within the top 3, if not second or first, best daily trainer I've ever tried, compared to the $200 A6 Superfast. And these come at a price point of $165 US, so they are on the more premium side, but I would say that's everything for New Balance. Even their lifestyle shoes come in at $200. So this is a really solid option. Super soft, and it's not misleading. This shoe doesn't suck you in. It really does bounce you. It's soft, but also bouncy. I think it's excellent. So I would highly recommend this shoe if you're looking for a daily trainer, an everyday running shoe. And yeah, after 100 miles, going strong, I would like to do a 300 mile review, and then once I retire them at around 400 miles, 300 to 400 miles, we'll get in one final review and the durability. So yeah, thanks you guys for watching, and have a great rest of your day.